What's the biggest lie ever told to you or taught to you in your life? The biggest lie ever told.
That you need to go to college to get a job? I thought you was gonna do like some type of check first, man. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you got the audios right.
There ain't no mic checks around here, man. Sitting here with Mgfc Ronaroni, the homie. A lot of you guys may know him online as well as DJ Ron B, the homie. You know what I'm saying? He is the freestyle champion. I'm gonna say of the globe, of the world. Twitch gaming sensation, but a lot of people might know him for going viral for kicking freestyles in Burger King drive-thrus. He freestyles everywhere, freestyles anything, everywhere, all day, every day. Hands down the dopest freestyler I've ever heard of. That's how I came across you, man. Wanted to check in. How you doing, man?
First of all, appreciate that intro. Thank you, man. Freestyle champion, not there yet. You know, definitely no. Hey,
on, everybody already.
Hey, I practice though. I'm gonna be practicing. You know what I'm saying? But nah, I appreciate you, man. But I'm great, man. You know. Living life, man. Enjoying my young queens. You already know what it is, man.
No doubt, no doubt. Yo, first of all, where you from?
Hollywood, Florida. That's South Florida. When I say I'm from Hollywood, people are like, oh, you from Cali?
Cali.
Nah, son. I'm from Hollywood, Miramar, Pembroke Pines, Fort Lauderdale, South Florida, man. That's the spot.
No doubt. You reside in what state now?
Now I'm in ATL. I'm in Metro Atlanta in the burbs. You know what I'm saying? Marietta, where it's better. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to live it up as best I can. You know.
No doubt. Now, explain to everybody like what it is you do as far as when it comes to the gaming and Twitch and when it comes to freestyling and just overall, what do you define yourself as out here?
All right, yeah. So when it comes to gaming, I'm a coach now more. I'm retired, you know what I'm saying? Like, so essentially I spent 10 years playing an old school game, Super Smash Brothers Melee on the Nintendo GameCube, you know what I'm saying? That was a 10-year career, which was great. Went to Vegas, went to Orlando, went to New York, Alabama, traveled all over just for this game, and retired actually the month before my first daughter was born. And since that retirement, you know, stayed in contact with the homies. But now that we have like an online aspect to the game, I got some sons that I'm trying to train up. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Essentially what I do is I stream a couple times a week. Always, you know, the freestyle thing, that's my outlet.
What channel was that? I hate to cut you off. What's the channel on you?
Oh yeah, so yeah, follow me on Mgfc Ronaroni, the homie. You know what I'm saying? All together. You can actually, if you just type in Mgfc, that'll probably pop up pretty quick. MGFCR. You can find me there too, also on Twitter, Instagram, all that fun stuff. But when it comes to Twitch though, man, Twitch changed my life, man. Like Twitch, hands down, out of all the platforms I've been a part of, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat. Was not a fan of Snapchat. I'm too old for all that. But Twitch though, man, like what I like most about it is that, you know, you get that involvement. You know, like so while I'm streaming, while I'm coaching little homies, while I'm sometimes playing a game, you know, old man hands or whatever, we got a Twitch chat. You know, and people can pop into Twitch chat, say what's up, ask questions, you know, show love and stuff like that. So essentially, I'm interacting with all the homies, or even actually strangers who have the same love for the game or the love for freestyle.
Listen, I slowed down, bringing up that popsicle, and ice cold J. Cole with the icicles. Now I bringing the buff with it. He's got bars, man, I'm getting tough with it. H-box, man, the boy got the puff with it. Y'all just see this boy, man, I get sick with it. Off the top, yeah, I got them crazy flows. I got so many colors, these wigs got rainbows.
And it's all live. So when I freestyle off the top, like I don't even like to say freestyle as much, because I noticed that there's a lot of different definitions, you know.
Cats that is not spitting off the top or a line and saying they freestyle.
Exactly.
All about it.
So that's why I'm really trying to push more saying off the top or off the dome, so that way they know the deal. But man, when it comes to the energy that I get just from like listening to whatever beat I'm listening to, and then just having that microphone in front of me, I can't explain that energy, bro.
They love you on Twitch, man. But people, I know people check you for the gaming, but it seems like people are checking in just waiting on you to bust a rap, man. Kick a freestyle like mid-stream, man. I've tuned into some of your streams, and you go in, man. That on top of your ads are trash campaign.
Ads are trash. You hear me?
Ads are trash.
Ads are trash. But no, so I probably say the most impressive thing that I just learned, or actually I learned this years ago. I'll tell you this quick story. So I found out probably like over 10 years ago that I could rap and play the game at the same time. I never knew. For years I'm playing this game, never knew that I could do it. I started playing the game in 2001 when it came out. In like 2011, I essentially, like, I was playing the game over a homie spot, and we probably had like 6 or 7 guys there playing. Everybody left except for me, the guy who owned the house, and another guy. Me and him were playing against each other. And we're kind of talking, you know, I don't really talk trash like that when I play like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, he's kind of talking a little trash, and then like the guy who's not even playing is talking trash, just being funny. And so I'm not really saying much. Out of nowhere, the guy knows that I freestyle. Everybody in the Melee community knows.
Everybody knows you freestyle.
They know that.
I've seen you viral.
Like, that's just a known thing. In fact, like in the community, a lot of people know me more for my freestyle ability than my Melee game ability. But he says the comment, he's like, yo, you gotta chill out, because I'm gonna put on a beat and he's gonna beat you and rap at the same time. And the guy I'm playing against is like, yo, he can't do that. And because I'm honest, I'm like, I don't know if I can do it. I've never tried. And so my boy's like, I bet I'm gonna put on a beat. So he puts on the beat, we start playing the game, and I do a little talking intro. And while I'm playing the game, I just start snapping about what's going on in the game, what I'm about to do, what I know he's gonna do. And I could tell that because I'm rapping, my homie I'm playing against is shook. Like, he's like playing like, I can't believe like this dude is rapping and playing the same. And I couldn't believe it either, but I'm still, you know, poised playing the game. And sorry to put this on camera, but I demolished that cat that match. It was just that match. Like, I watched him, and that was the moment when I realized that I could even do that. Funny story, second time is I never did it again until last year, like the Rona hit, August of last year, when I started streaming online. That was the first time. I think it was September of last year was the first time that I ever did that again. Shout out to my man, Full Metal, Mike, you know what I'm saying, tipped off 10. I asked him if he would be cool with me freestyling and playing at the same time. And bro, like,
no looking back.
No looking back, bro.
I'm hearing talking. I'm hearing that Twitch may be trying to do some kind of deal with you, man. But you know, I know that's on the low. You know, I ain't gonna put your business on the streets.
Appreciate it.
But you know, I mean, so. So you explain why you chose that path.
Yeah.
That's powerful, man. What makes your life journey unique and different from others, in your opinion?
In my opinion, I feel like I don't feel like not as many people were raised by their grandparents as much anymore. I definitely say, I mean, I'm a grandma's boy, so I live by a different creed in a sense of like where I really want to help others. You know what I'm saying? Like I was raised like treat others as you know you wish to be treated, and if you can't help somebody, help them. Right? That's the way I live my life. Or I try to live my life. I made a little bit of a change to that once my daughters were born, to where like I make sure whatever I can to do to help them, I'm gonna help them first. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna help my baby girls. Like shout out to Nala and Maya. That's what I do. You know what I'm saying? I do what I do for me and them. You know what I'm saying? Make sure I'm good, so I'm good to take care of them. So after I make sure they're taken care of, family, friends, homies, if they need help, I want to do my best to help them. I'm not trying to chase money and like charge them to do a whole bunch of stuff. Like I'm really about that service, and I feel like sadly a lot of people aren't really about that nowadays. Like they're more so like focused on how society views them and like getting likes and comments and stuff like that on Instagram, all that stuff. I don't really care about that. I'm really about family. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is for me.
That's real. Yeah. I mean, genuine, 100%.
Yeah.
What? Question for you. What's the worst thing that ever happened to you in your life?
The worst thing?
The worst thing that ever happened to you in your life. Your entire life.
My entire life?
Yes.
As of right now, man, losing my grandmother. Yeah, that hit me. Like that, my granny, actually. Her birthday was actually Saturday, Granny, May 16th. You know what I'm saying? May Lewis. May she rest in paradise.
That's the paradise.
She was, you could tell how sweet she was just by sipping her Kool-Aid, man. Like she was like, that's literally where I learned how to help people and to show love. Like, cause everybody on the block knew her either as Granny, Big Mama, Big Grandma, May, Miss Lewis, like everybody knew her. You know what I'm saying? Like she literally, if she had one shirt left in her house, she would give it to you. You know what I'm saying? Like she was that woman. And yeah, man, when she passed, man, I felt like a big chunk of my soul left, man. But after talking to her, you know what I'm saying, like she's always got my back. You know what I'm saying? She's definitely the women beneath my wings, man. So
absolutely.
Yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
With that being said, then, what is your greatest accomplishment in your life?
That's the young queens, man. Like definitely young queens. Like both days. I'm not gonna put their birthdays on them.
So you have two daughters.
2 daughters, 4 and 2. Yeah, when they were born, man. Like my first daughter. Like of course, I was super nervous, bro. Like to be a father. Like I've always wanted to be a father. Like one of my homies was telling me the other day, like you know, you have like fatherly characteristics about you. You know what I'm saying? Like you check in, you do this and stuff like that. And I've always been that way. You know what I'm saying? That shout out to my pops, my moms, all my family. Like, you know, they always did a good job of checking up on me, make sure I was good. So I always the type of person to do that to others. And so when it came to my girls, man, like yeah, when the first time I even heard both of them have a conversation with one another, like literally talking to each other, I'm like, yo, these are my girls, right? Like, and they're having a conversation, like, yeah, that's, man, I get choked up thinking about them girls, man. Like, yeah, that's definitely the best moments of my life is them going to school for the first time, like riding bikes, like all those experiences, man. Fatherhood, man, there's no hood like it.
No doubt. Happy Father's Day in advance.
Yeah, appreciate that. Same to you, King.
With that being said, though, then to piggyback on that question,
yeah,
as a father,
yeah,
as a man of color, what do you think, to you, in your opinion, what's the biggest obstacle, whether that comes your way by society or by outside entities or whatever? What is the biggest obstacle in trying to just be a good father to your children? What's the biggest obstacle you think? I'll
be real with you, man. I don't really see any. Like, I know, like, there's like views, you know what I'm saying, like based on like as black fathers that we don't do what we're supposed to do. Like, we try to do everything to stay out of our children's lives, but because I'm not that way, I don't see them. You know, I really don't see them like that. Like, even when I get pulled over by the cops, like, granted, I ain't gonna lie, like I do have a little heart attack when I see the whoop whoop and the colors in the background, but nah, man, I know exactly what I need to do to be there for them. And yeah, I don't see any obstacles, honestly, man. I just know there is a lot of negative connotations and a lot of negative views, but I don't let that faze me when it comes to being a father, man.
Most definitely. What's the biggest lie ever told to you or taught to you in your life? The biggest lie ever told.
That you need to go to college to get a job. Like even though I'm not gonna front, I went. Like, this is where I gotta big up moms, like, for real.
Debt acquisition.
Yo, I really gotta big up moms. I'm gonna look at the camera for this one. So, a lot of people don't know this. I'm gonna put it out there. I almost dropped out of college. Like Kanye West, late registration, I almost dropped out of college because
of Kanye's album.
Like, I love that album. Graduation is my favorite one, though. But no, really what it was is that, like, I spent a year and a half busting my butt trying to do the best I could do in college, right? Trying to get honor roll, all stuff like that. And then I started seeing reports and stuff like that of people who got so much success, not even going to college, dropping out of college. Like, I was like, what am I doing this for? Like it's possible.
It's the hustle, man. It's about the hustle.
Like, and the network. Mm-hmm. When I realized that, I stopped trying, lost my Hope Scholarship, and it was perfect. The semester that I lost my Hope Scholarship, when I was getting ready to tell my mom that I lost it, she was like, hey, this not post 9/11 GI Bill is up and I can give it to you. And you have 4 years to do school.
Nice.
And I was like, oh, word? Huh, that works. Thanks, Mom. So her GI Bill paid for the last 2 years of my undergrad and my master's degree.
Wow.
I came out with no debt.
That's sweet.
No debt. But
that's rare.
Like, it is rare. But honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have been in there, man, because one of my homies last night told me, he did tell me that, like, one of his homies, like, is going through some stuff because, like, he's in the professional world, but because he doesn't have a degree, he's not getting where he needs to get to.
It's not true anymore. You can get a certification online.
Certs online. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's a lie. Like, that's a bold-faced lie.
Okay, so what's the biggest lie that you've ever told?
That I've ever told?
The biggest lie that you ever told in your life? Let's keep it real here, guys.
I'm trying to keep it real. Like the biggest lie that I ever told. Oh, this is easy. I'll put this out there because I'm grown now.
Some girl, bro.
Yeah, well, it was a bunch. I told people for the longest, bro, at high school, and was it college too? Definitely high school. No, what it was, I went to 2 high schools. I told people that I had lost my virginity when I had not, because they kept dogging me about all the girls that I talk, because I'm a friendly guy, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I talk to girls, talk to guys, whatever. And so I was talking to a whole bunch of ladies, and they were like, yo, Ron, you smashing her? I'm like, nah. Yo, Ron, you smashing her? I'm like, nah. Yo, Ron, you gotta be smashing her. You talk to her all the time. I'm like, nah. And I got so tired, I got tired of saying, nah, I'm not smashing her. So to where what I did was, I had went to Columbus, Georgia, shout out to C-Town, and came back we just went there to visit. My mom was, military Fort Benning. So what I did was I made up a story while I was in South Florida still, that when I went up to Georgia, I lost my virginity to some girl that lives across the street. Then when I got to Columbus going to school there, and I was still a virgin, and they saw me talking to girls, they were like, Ron, you smashed her? I was like, nah. So I had to make up a lie that I lost my virginity in South Florida.
Oh, man.
When I didn't lose my virginity until I was like 19.
One lie leads to the next, man.
Crazy, bro. That was the biggest lie I ever told. It's a great story.
So he was gonna lie and be like, yo, he was telling people he was Larry Fishburne's son, man.
Bro, yo, I thought that. Like, I'm not gonna hold you.
First thing I thought when I saw you.
Bro, Furious Styles?
Like Larry Fishburne, man.
Bro.
I would have got, you could have came up off of that, man. Matrix was out.
I cosplay as him.
Morpheus' son.
You saw me cosplay as him. I cosplayed yo, that's my guy.
So where are you in your life now versus where you thought you'd be at 18?
Whew. I'm on a whole different level because I thought I was gonna be developing video games. Like I thought I went to school, to college, to be a computer game developer, but I didn't know that required a lot of like coding and logic and Boolean and all this other like Java, C#. I didn't know about none of that. All I knew is when I went to college, there was like, you gotta pick a major. And the first major, I was like, all right, computer stuff. They was like, all right, cool. The first one they said was computer science. I was like, bet, like computers and science? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? But when I got into it, man, I didn't know what I was doing, bro. Like they was asking me, they was asking me like, yo, what did you do in high school as far as like coding and stuff like that? And I was like, Photoshop? Like that was like, I didn't know how to code, bro. And I was trying to learn how to code, but I was like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to sit in front of a computer. Like I want to talk to people. I want to play games. Like, no. Like, so it's so funny that's where I thought I was going to be. Now, I'm a data center engineer. I lift servers, install switches, run cables, you know what I'm saying? Which I ain't gonna front, I love all this stuff because I'm like working out and working at the same time, which is dope. So
and tech pays well.
It does. You already know.
What's the best advice that you've ever received in your life? And from who?
Oh man. That was definitely Pops. And I messed it up a few years ago.
What do you mean?
Pops told me, never let anybody take your joy away. Always told me that. Never let anybody take your joy away. And when he told me that, I heard him, you know what I'm saying? But I didn't really feel him until the last recent years. You know what I'm saying?
Never let anyone take your joy away?
Never let anyone take your joy away.
Wow,
and
that's deep.
And I ain't gonna front, like I've made that mistake. Actually, for years I made that mistake. I let multiple individuals do that because essentially what he was saying was that like we have control of how we feel when people do and say things to us. Like that's our control, and we should not relinquish that control to any individual. That whatever they say to you make you feel some type of way, because that's you. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody could say a lie to you, right, about your life. It's your decision, your control to say that's not true. Like you don't have to respond to it. Like you can deflect the negative energy away. Like I never really felt that probably until last year. And now like that's one thing I really want to push to my kids and everybody else is like, yo, make sure that you take care of you. You know what I'm saying? And don't let anybody else intervene with that.
So, with that being said, what is your biggest fear?
The biggest fear I used to have, actually, I don't have it anymore, was going into the music industry and becoming a plant and like having to sign my life away in blood or whatever, or like being forced to make a whole bunch of music that I don't want to make, and like, or having my freestyle ability like be taken and putting me and making me freestyle about things I don't want to freestyle about, or making me controlling my creative outlet. That used to be my biggest fear. But until I had kids, honestly, yeah, my biggest fear is just being in a situation where I can't save my kids. Yeah, a situation where I can't save my kids. That's really
that's a good one. I mean, honestly, if you could travel to anywhere in the world, all expense paid for 30 days,
I already know, with
no phone, no internet, any communication, where would that be?
I can't say it. My bad, Marlon. Shout out to my big bro Marlon. It's the island of Vanuatu, or like Vanuatu Islands, or something like that.
Where's that?
I have no idea where it is. I think it's like it's either in the bottom of the Caribbean or like the Asian island. It's somewhere in the island area, but it's where like the majority of the people are people of color.
Nice. And
the tourist aspect is not huge, but you can have a great time there. Like definitely have a great time. And honestly, based off the way he was telling me about it and the research I was doing, I would live there for a while, bro. Like I definitely, cause
no phone, no nothing.
No phone, no. As long as
you sure.
As long I got my kids with me.
You're a gamer.
I got my kids with me. As long as I got my kids with me, I don't need Twitch. If I got my kids with me, I'm good. I'm good.
Yo, that's real.
We're gonna be in the water. Like my girls are like they're natural born swimmers. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna be in the pool every day. Not pool, beach. We're gonna be on the beach.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, man.
Man.
You already know.
Island. 10 years from now.
Yeah.
Where and what will you be and mean to the world?
10 years from now?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be a public speaker.
I can see that.
I'm gonna be a public speaker, and to the world, I'll just be a representation of what positive attitude will get you in the long run.
Yeah, you do have extremely positive energy, man.
That's
calm every time. No
that's big for me. Like, you know, try and understanding that, you know, you gonna have, you know, those days, you know what I'm saying, but you got to do your best to look at each day as were you better than yesterday. Shout out to my man Jamal on that one. Just looking at progress as not just like what the end goal is, just concentrating on baby steps and trying to better yourself for yourself, nobody else.
That's real.
Yeah, man.
All right, we're gonna have a little fun, man.
Yeah, let's do it.
What's your favorite movie and why?
Favorite movie?
All time.
Fifth Element.
What?
Fifth Element.
Oh, the one with
Bruce Willis and
Chris Tucker with the blonde.
Yeah, Ruby Rod. Yeah. What up, Chris? Yeah, and
I
that's
like that alien chick, man. I was
Lilu. Talking about the diva chick.
No, the one with the sang the song with the gold with the
Diva.
voice.
That's the diva chick.
That was like my first alien crush, man. You know what I'm saying?
She can sing.
She was kind of bad too. But go ahead, man. It's about you.
That's all you. That's all you. She was blue. That's my
checking
favorite.
her out, man. Yeah.
Wildin'. But no, yeah, it's the. I don't know what it is about that movie, but I literally can watch that movie. I have the DVD at the crib right now. I got 2 versions of it. I can literally just watch that movie on repeat for weeks at a time. The only reason why I haven't watched it recently is because my DVD player started acting up.
Dust off that VHS, man. I know you got the VHS.
I don't have the VHS. And actually the VCR ate one of my tapes. So I'm not trying to put no more tapes in there. It ate it up. So
I think it's on Hulu or something now.
It is. What?
Yeah.
Fifth Element?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh.
I think I saw it. I mean, I may be wrong, but it's on one of the streaming networks.
That's the movie, bro. Like,
why do you like it? I mean,
I'm a big fan of Bruce. You know what I'm saying, when it comes to action, and Chris in there too. But honestly, it's that futuristic aspect. I'm a big fan of, like, so Back to the Future. I'm also a big fan of that franchise too. I'm always a fan of, like, where somebody's mind views the future. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to mention, like, a lot of times when directors or writers, when they have these ideas, they have them years in the past. They have these ideas, and we don't see them for like 5-10 decades later. So to me, that science fiction stuff, that blows my mind, bro. Like, and that's also something I'm very, very big in the film. Like, but
I tapped into something. Those individuals are tapped into something.
That definitely tapped into.
To see that.
I love that. I love that stuff, bro.
Wow.
Definitely fan of that stuff.
What's your favorite song and your favorite artist and why?
Favorite song is He Said, She Said. Favorite artist, Lupe Fiasco. So, and the reason why that is,
Lupe's dope.
Yeah. Well, I mean, actually, I said that backwards. So you said, because that's my favorite song, but artist is Jadakiss. So yeah, favorite song is He Said, She Said by Lupe. Favorite artist is Jadakiss.
Okay.
So the reason why that's my favorite song, is he's telling the story from 2 different perspectives. Like, it's like a mother and a son talking to a father, right? And the story that he's telling, you know, is pretty much like telling the father that he's not doing his job as a father. And my father, I've always felt the opposite about that. I always had love and utmost support, and I'm the dad I am because of him. You know what I'm saying? Because of the fatherly stuff that he instilled in me. So to hear a mother and son talk to a man about what they're not doing as a father, with the way that he put the lyricism and conception together, it's like tear jerking for me. I can listen to that song right now and start crying, because like Lupe has the ability to put you in somebody else's shoes, and then not only be in those shoes, but see from multiple perspectives. Even though he told the story from 2 different perspectives, you still have other ideas and stuff like that, other connotations and stuff that come into that. And I don't know any other artist that can do that besides Lupe.
Did he explain the father's side as well? So they did the mother and the father's side, or just
No, it was
his perspective and the mother?
Yeah,
So from the father was voiceless.
essentially.
Did that bother you as well?
No.
That aspect of it, being that your father was so influential in your life,
Nah, because
you didn't feed into the net. Okay.
I didn't feel
Assumption.
that. Yeah, because I came up with the response in my head, back to that. So
Nice.
But
Very necessary.
Jada though, man, like I became a Jada fan. Shout out to my cousin who's actually from New York too. He was one of the first influences I had, like him and his brother, my two cousins. One of the first influences I had when it came to hip hop, like recording hip hop. My dad, of course, played records, so he played Biggie, Pac, Jay-Z, and Nas, all that. He was a DJ, so I heard hip hop from him. But my cousins actually had a recording studio in their bedroom. This is in South Florida, and I never forget. One time, one of my cousins actually allowed me to be in the booth while he was recording. He had I'll never forget this. He had his rhymes taped up, literally scotch taped up on the wall with a school book paper with blue ink.
Your composition paper, yeah.
Wrote his rhymes on that and was referencing that as he was rapping his verse. And that was the very first time in my entire life that I ever even witnessed that. Like, you watch music videos, you see people in the booth or whatever, but actually seeing that never ever happened.
The process, yeah.
The process. His favorite rapper was Jadakiss, and I was so curious as to why. And back in the day when in my day when we got music in ways that we weren't supposed to get, I typed in his name, and the first song I ever heard was that Checkmate diss, bro.
Oh yeah,
bro. Like that diss track there, like I never knew it, bro. Like I never heard anything like that before. And then of course I started looking up other Jada songs, and then honestly, just like he says in the rhymes, man, it's somebody's voice, and just hearing his voice is like, it's like,
the most distinctive voice.
The most distinctive.
That's sweet, man.
Facts.
All right. Describe the physical and spiritual description of your ideal companion.
Physical and spiritual.
Of your ideal companion.
Physical is easy, man. You see me, like, I'm all about health and fitness. So as long as somebody is taking care of themselves, and somebody is, working out, doesn't have to be every day, but just working to stay healthy, to stay fit. Like, they ain't gonna be all big buff, like butt builder. Just be healthy enough to be happy with their own health. As far as like body type though, I'll be honest, the bottom half, I'm a huge fan of that. And like thunder thighs, and you know that about me. But as far as spiritual though, like I'm real big on gratitude, appreciation, man. And that's one thing that I was raised by my grandmother's, like mother's fathers, is to show gratitude. And that's why I say grace over every meal, just have that appreciation of family, and just, understand that we're on this earth for a reason, and to show gratitude and appreciation for that. So that's the main thing for me.
No doubt. If you had to pick someone that you admire, and at the end of your life, you wouldn't mind being compared to, who would it be?
Oh, that's easy. It's who I was compared to as a child. Jaleel White.
Wait. Steve
Urkel. Steven Urkel, bro. Like,
you gotta to explain this. Bro.
Yeah, so
you really will.
Like,
you really do, brother. Come on.
I'm dead serious, bro. Like, okay, so
this is a first.
This is a first.
Yes.
This is literally the person that I was ridiculed to be similar to as a child. Like my entire youth. Like I was Urkel, Steve. Did I do that? Like, I embodied that, bro. Like, cause I'm not gonna lie, like I got bullied for it, stuff like that, for just being a nerd, caring about school, whatever, being good at math. It's the only subject I was a bomb at. Everything else I was decent, but just math was my thing. So it was very, very prevalent in my life to be looked down upon just for having a comparison to Steven Urkel. Now, the thing that was crazy though was, later in the show where he transforms and to like Rico Suave or whatever. That's kind of what I did in my way too, to where like I had the confidence and had like the ability to speak to whoever, you know, men and women. And like when I saw him later on in life, like when I got to be like a young adult or whatever, and saw him doing the things that he was doing, like giving back and still embodying that character, that's me, bro. Like I really look at him as an inspiration for those who are not afraid to be who they are and have no qualms about how people look at them. So Jaleel, if you watching this, I'm gonna get your number one day. Like we're gonna get some Beyond Impossible burgers, we're gonna kick it. Appreciate you, man. The real Jaleel. You know what it is.
No doubt. And Jaleel, you hear this, man, just make sure you follow him on those social medias too, man.
You know what it is.
This is about to be the Twitch mega millionaire, man. Again, I'm not gonna put your business out there.
Hey man, get my pockets.
Last question. What was the darkest time in your life? And how did you get through it?
The darkest time in my life.
Or times.
If you
still have them.
Oh yeah. That's easy, man. Like these past few months, just putting out there, definitely going through a separation between the mother and my kids, and then also having to change my life. I made decisions of changing who I was, my personality, which I didn't have to do. I literally took my outgoingness and took my social butterflyness and flipped it because I thought that was the right thing to do, and it wasn't. That's like coming back to what my pops was saying, like don't let anybody take your joy away. I let factors outside of my life change what I thought was, I guess, being, what's the best word to say it? The status quo. Like making sure that everything was everything, because I'm such a pleaser. You know, I'm trying to please many people at one time. Another thing that my pops taught me was that you can't please everybody, and then it's very, very important to make sure that, you know, you please yourself, you lose yourself. And that's what I did for years. It wasn't up until like recent times, this past August, when I started to realize like I shouldn't have to change myself for anybody, nobody. And taking the time away, like, you know, living separately from one of my kids and my kids, man, there were days like where I for actually all good week I couldn't even get out of bed. You know what I'm saying? Like mental health and depression is something that I've studied for a very, very long time, and I've battled depression, you know, battled anxiety and stuff like that. But a lot of times what happens when I get in those modes is I lose sight of the things that make me feel better. Like, so outside of my kids, like, for I don't have time to spend with my kids, I forget that I can just look at pictures. I have like albums of my daughters, like literally Google photo albums that are thousands upon thousands. For those who don't know this, you can only put 2,000 photos in a Google Photos album. I learned that. Wow. In a year and a half time, I put 2,000 photos in a Google Photos album for my daughter. And then after my second daughter was born, it was like 2,000 is the limit. So I had to make a part 2.
Wow.
Just for those dads out there who want to be overachievers. But I could just look at pictures of them and feel better. I can listen to them laughing, recording videos, stuff like that, and make myself feel better. But when you're in that negative headspace, you don't think about stuff like that. I can listen to music. I can listen to songs I haven't listened to since childhood and feel better. But when you're in that depressive mindset and you're in that dark space, you don't think about anything else. Like, you just, a lot of times what I do is I think about like all the negative things that I've done in my entire life, all the mistakes that I made, and I harp on them. And fortunately, I've been blessed to be able to make my support system, you, like moms, dads, like brothers, sisters, and talk to y'all on a daily basis in order to keep my mind on the right level. You know what I'm saying? Like, so real talk, I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I call you, you talk to me like as if I am your little brother and you're my big brother. I got love for you, man. I appreciate you for that.
Well, same here for you, man. Definitely, man. I have a lot of admiration for you, and I have a lot of respect for you. You know what I'm saying? Because just how you carry yourself, you're ahead of your time. You're too young to be so grown, man. I always joke with you, but I mean, in your business dealings and developments, I have a lot to learn from you, because you're next level, man. And as far as just your level of positivity, and you're vulnerable. You tell the truth. You put yourself out there. you don't mind how things are perceived. You rather deal with reality rather than perception. And I respect that about you, man. Hey, fundamental forces, man. Again, I need you to introduce yourself for the outro for yourself. Tell the people your name one more time.
You already know who it is. Mgfc Ronaroni, the homie. Follow me on Twitch. Follow me on Twitter. Follow me on Instagram. The name is the same way everywhere. Some of y'all may know me as Ron B, the homie, but it's gonna be changing. Mgfc Ronaroni, the homie. Holla at your boy. You already know what it is. Peace and love.
No doubt. Freestyle king, man. Twitch sensation.
Appreciate you, man. I know it's been a minute since I spent some spoken word stuff. I wanted to take the opportunity to do that and spread some knowledge. You know, I've been doing some research the past couple months, and I got some writtens. You know what I'm saying? This ain't no freestyle off the top where y'all think like, oh, he spit that off top. Nah, this is all written. All right, check it. Listen. I said I know I look like a nerd, but that just means I got that math flow. Allow me to help you understand and break down what it means to know your FICO. You know that your credit score is one of the most important numbers in this entire nation. And two of the most important factors in that is your payment history and your credit utilization. Don't forget about all your accounts and all the inquiries that you've had, and take your fabulous credit history and throw it all in the bag. Now, allow me to break down a percent so that way you can understand the math. That way you can process every single word I spit while cooking with my favorite craft. And for the record, I don't eat Kraft mac and cheese. I just said that to get a laugh. Now let me get in my bag. First up, at 10%, those are your accounts. And calculating that ain't hard. Those are your mortgages, your car notes, and all your credit cards. Number two, 15%, that's your credit history. And calculating that's not much of a mystery. Listen to me. So you take all your accounts, add up all the years and the months, and add up all those amounts. You can divide that by your total number of accounts. So if you're not good at math, as long as you can add and divide, that's really all that counts. All right, y'all staying with me? Check it. Next up at 10%, let's talk about those inquiries. Or you're trying to get credit that's new, but be careful. Too many inquiries on your credit report, and it really starts to hurt you. Matter of fact, if you look at a 12-month span, anything over 2 starts to hurt you, fam. So all those notifications about low interest rates on credit cards and this, that, and the third, watch out. That can be lotsable, because on the real, you're trying to keep your increase as low as possible. All right. Next up, we're finna get for the heavy stuff. All right, next up at 30%, we're gonna talk about credit utilization. And with that, there's one little secret I want to unfold. I know we always been told to keep our credit utilization at 30%, but what if I told you something that might blow your mind? What if I told you instead of 30, it was actually 8.9? What, you think I'm lying? You can look at Credit Karma, you can look at Credit Assessment, you can look it up yourself. What I'm saying right here is to help you preserve your wealth. But I don't want you to get too caught up in the numbers and forget about your health, because all the credit and money in the world don't mean nothing if you can't take care of yourself. And I mean that. All right. 35%, I say the best for last. Trust me, it's far from the least, because at 35%, the missed payments, they can be a beast. I mean, you can miss one payment and it can take 3 months just to make it up. You can look at my face. I didn't come here to make this up. I came here to spread knowledge and to give y'all a listen, and to let y'all know that my team ain't no Tom Cruise cats. Raising your credit score is not an impossible mission. I think I might have y'all. I think y'all like when I'm dishing. Y'all want to hear more? All right, listen. See, I just scratched the surface of the FICO. You want to hear more? Sit back and relax. Because when it comes to breaking down your credit report from Experian and TransUnion, my team spit Equifax. And I mean that. Yo, I might go in order, I might not. I don't know yet. Mic check. Yo, listen. Y'all wanna chase the followers. Now they got these birds in the lungs, they gon' swallow her. Now they sip the brown with the crown, and they looking for the other color. You can meet the Browns talking to another mother, talking about Medea. Man, these baby cows know the half of it if they calfing it. Raising up my calf with it.
working out the places if they saying it's a bet. It's a New York jet shooting out with these nets. But you know the son of a vet rapping from his lungs, and they wanna tell me that the boy's about to rap for fun. I don't care who you is, I don't care what you had. Man, I'm jumping off the frog Kermit with that lily pad. But you know I'm in the sweet king, yeah, you see the queens, them young queens. Thanks to everybody that means so much to me. I ain't rapping for the money, rapping about them scholarships and the grants getting funny, but they wanna topple me. They ain't never gonna miss that. I'm a nerd kid, but you know exactly why I spit crack. Let me take a breath on the mic. That's a sigh, get it right. But I'm rebooting laptops, came from the ground up. Started from the bottom, about to get these rounds up. Y'all see the LBs, about to get these pounds up. Kirk Franklin giving all of these rounds. What? And obtuse from acute. Now they see these other angles and I'm about to let it loose. And I said every rhyme and I rap for my baby girls. Jurassic bars, man, you know they are my world. It ain't no basic, vision never need LASIK. I'm really telling you how this boy is really about to pace it. Me off the blow up while they really about to land mine. AU elements, I'm really about to gold mine. Periodic elements, I got the table and I'm spitting all these real rhymes, never spit a fable. Back in the day I used to rap at the opera. Now one day I get paid at the opera. No responding that, man, I give that EMS. Emergency want a vest. Now you say it with your chest. Now you see how the Flintstone is steady rocking on. Now I'm in that space ride with them real jets on. It's the gist of it. Now I'm bringing the best of you. You adding up the weight of the metal, steady be petting who? I devote every rhyme to my conscience, and now I got them other type of rhymes when I rhyme this. No virgin, cause you know I got kids. You can close, move it open, know exactly what I did. But them days in, got them juries in, you can't stay here. Man, I rap forever, man, you know I got no fear. Like, it's the bottom of the basket. I put every MC in a casket. No third, second when I push it to the metal. Now you see exactly how I gotta move the pedal. No Geppetto, switching up the flow. Got the food, got the dough. Oh no, somebody's calling me right now. Hold on, y'all, I'll be right back.